You have all 5 domains now. This episode turns them into reflexes. The exam describes 6 scenarios and draws 4 of them at random for your questions. So if you know the shape of all 6, there's nothing on the screen you haven't already seen. And here's the pattern worth catching early. Every one of these scenarios rewards the same handful of instincts you've been building. Watch them repeat. Welcome back to the CCA exam prep course. Episode 11, all 6 scenarios, 1 worked question each, frame the way the real exam frames them. Same honesty note, the 6 scenarios come straight from the exam blueprint. The worked questions are mine, built on the domains we covered. Let's go. Scenario 1, the customer support resolution agent. It looks up orders, drafts in brand replies, and can issue refunds, but a refund over $500 must never go through without a human. What's the right design? The tempting trap, put never refund over $500 without approval in the system prompt. It feels handled, but that's guidance. And a hard money limit is a guarantee. A prompt can be talked past. The answer, enforce the $500 limit in the refund tool's own code. Give explicit reply criteria plus a few in-tone examples, and let the agentic loop handle the lookups. The guarantee lives in code. The tone lives in examples. That's domain 1 and domain 4 in one question. Guidance versus guarantee, and prompting for the parts that are genuinely probabilistic. Scenario 2, a team generating code with Claude Code. It has to follow the project's conventions, must never modify the infra folder, and there's a large risky refactor coming. Best setup. The trap. Paste the conventions at the start of each session and politely ask it not to touch infra. That doesn't persist, it drifts per developer, and please don't is still just guidance. The answer, commit a project CLR.md with the conventions, add a settings deny rule on the infra folder so the restriction is enforced for everyone, and use plan mode before running that risky refactor. Pure domain 3, scope decides reach. A guarantee goes in a deny rule and you plan first when the blast radius is large. Scenario 3, a multi-agent research system. A coordinator spawns research subagents over a long run. Over time, it slows down, starts contradicting its earlier findings, and sometimes one subagent's failure takes down the whole job. Best design. The trap. Pour everything into one giant single agent with a huge context window so it all fits. That's context fraud waiting to happen, no real parallelism, and one failure still kills everything. The answer, a coordinator with subagents that each work in their own isolated context, summarize results back instead of dumping raw transcripts, bound the loop and retry, then gracefully fall back when a subagent fails. Domain 1 meets Domain 5, isolate and orchestrate the context, and engineer for the failures you know are coming. Scenario 4, developer productivity. A team wants every developer to run the same review this pull request workflow, the same way without re-explaining it each time. Best approach. The trap that looks productive, a long section in CLR.md describing the review steps, but that bloats memory on every session and nobody invokes it on demand. It's always on context for an occasional task. The answer, a checked-in/command.claude/command/review with the steps, the allowed tools, and an argument hint. Everyone runs the identical workflow with one command. Domain 3, again, memory is what Claude always knows. A command is the repeatable workflow you invoke when you need it. Scenario 5, Claude code in CI. The team wants every pull request reviewed automatically with no human kicking it off, and the job must never modify the repo or reach outside it. Best setup. The trap, run it with permissions bypassed so nothing ever blocks the job. Against a real repo, that's exactly the thing you never do. It can change or reach anything. The answer: run it headless on the pull request trigger with an allow list limited to read and comment, a no ask mode so anything else is denied rather than hanging, and the API key in secrets. Domain 3's reliability age: with no human to approve, you pre-install the break, least privilege and deny wins. Scenario 6: structured data extraction. You're pulling fields out of messy documents into a database, and the model keeps returning prose, missing fields, or the wrong types. Most reliable design. The trap: tell it return JSON only, parse the reply by hand, and resend the whole prompt when parsing fails. You are scraping prose again, and a blind resend never tells the model what was wrong. The answer: define a tool with a typed input schema, required fields, enums, descriptions, force it with tool choice, read the structured input directly, validate the values, and feed a specific error back on a bad one. Straight domain 4: don't parse prose, fill a contract, then validate it. Step back and the whole thing collapses into a few instincts. Ask of every rule, what scope, and is it guidance or a guarantee? And put guarantees in code, not prompts. That alone decides scenarios 1, 2, and 5. Least privilege is always the safe instinct, especially when there is no human in the loop. Scenarios 2 and 5 again. For output, reach in order, explicit criteria and examples. And when you need structure, a schema, you validate. That's 1 and 6. And for anything long or multi-agent, isolate and manage the context and engineer for failure, bound, retry, fallback. That's scenario 3. Recognize the scenario, reach for the instinct. That's the whole exam. The last episode pulls it together into exam day strategy, how the distractors are built, how to budget your time, and the practice test score that actually predicts a pass. Subscribe and I'll see you in episode 12.